Hey, you crazy cats and kittens. Day 36. So, let me address the white elephant in the room. I am home. So, I did mention in my earlier video when setting off that I had the option to come back for a few days. Um, also mentioned that I'd chucked on a deep heat patch, Exhibit A, and taken some ibuprofen and some paracetamol. So, about 2 miles in today, my back sort of gave out a little bit. Had pain, lower lumbar, middle back, and up in between my shoulder blades. So today's walk at times was excruciating, but it meant I had to make a decision. I was, of course, going to Castleton. I ended up walking 14.5 miles to Edale. My thinking behind this being there's a train line there, you can get home from there. And also, when I come back on the trail, if I go back to Edale, the Pennine Way is right there and I can pick up where I left off. Thankfully, bless her, my cousin Wendy, legend, picked me up and drove me home, which was just such a godsend. So yeah, really pleased to be back. And again, my first sort of thoughts when, as I've done along this trip, if something's hurt, okay, I'll have a paracetamol or put another heat patch on, which I did today, and it allowed me a tiny bit of respite. There was still niggles, there was still pain as I went. So yeah, so that's the story of Sean intending to go to Castleton, ending up in Edale, and then ending up home. So whilst I'm back, my plan is to rest here until Sunday, where I'll go back to Edale and get on the Pennine Way walk. I know if I don't address the back now, if something goes wrong on the Pennine Way walk, you're in a very remote area, and that's not only a risk of the trip ending early, that's a risk of serious danger and harm. So I know the decision I've made is the right one. And something else I've noticed, so yesterday on the Sissenden Trail, I felt really cold for most of the day. I ended up putting on my thermal shirt and I thought maybe it's just the new jacket. And coming home tonight in the car and getting home to, a parents' warm place, I was shaking, I was cold. And I don't know if I've picked up a chill or something, but I think this is my body telling me, look, you need to rest up, you need to sort this. So gonna go to the doctors tomorrow and just gonna get a good night's sleep tonight. So yeah, in total, 479 miles walked. I spoke to BBC Radio Nottingham today, which was great. Like I mentioned earlier, that the signal potentially was going to be bad in that area. Castleton, it probably would have been okay, but Edale in a valley, forget about it. So I had no phone signal, so bless him. Big shout out to Chris, who works at the cafe at the train station at Edale. I think it's called the Coffee Pot or the Honey Pot Cafe. Chris, absolute legend. He let me use his phone to do the interview, which was just another example of amazing kindness showed on this trip. So yeah, that's the story really. And I know there's something prominent that comes out of this, and I know when I'd made that finite decision that I was going to go home and rest, in the back of my head I was like, no, you failed, keep going. No, you can't stop. You can't go back and go. Like, all these negative thoughts started coming in, and I guess this really relates back to the picture I posted on YouTube last night, and really just wanted a chance to talk that through. So sometimes it's so easy when maybe you've got friends who, like, their way of banter is like constantly making jokes at your expense, or things have happened in your life that make you look at yourself negatively. The picture I posted last night is about trying to view yourself as, young Sean or 10-year-old Sean or 10-year-old you. And to that 10-year-old, I wouldn't be saying, Sean, you failed, you've come off it, like, you failed, you need a rest time. Like, to that 10-year-old Sean, I'd be saying, hey, mate, you've got to listen to your body. Look, you've been working hard, you've almost hit 500 miles, you've been in terrible weather conditions, you need a break, listen to your body. And that's the difference, and that's why it's such a healthy mechanism to view yourself as a child. And this comes into self-care and self-love, and just something I'd always recommend that you do and keep close to you, because it's such a very important thing. And by my own admission today, I needed to use that to stop me from going in a downward spiral and going in on myself for having to go back. But yeah, so just wanted to share that with you. And it might resonate, it might not, it might resonate for a friend that you might know, etc. But just a really important tool that you can use. So with that team, you can see like with this chill I've got, I'm in a dressing gown. Plus I've got my mum's done me a hot water bottle. My intention is to go to bed tonight, draw the blinds, and just get a good night's sleep, and do my best to get things sorted tomorrow. That might be a sports massage as well. I'm hell bent on getting back to Edale Sunday and finishing what I started. I don't want to leave this challenge. I want to keep going, and I want to reap the personal health benefits, and I want to continue to earn money for this amazing charity, Mates in Mind. So it may be a bit longer video than planned tonight, but just wanted to give you an insight what's happened, and talk a lot again to seeing yourself in that young child position and just being kind to yourself, because I can talk a good game about doing it, but today I also went into a bad place, so it's just important to listen to. And again, last thoughts on that, and before I start rambling too much, but you know, people make plans, people, you know, have set desires and targets, and it's very easy to something go wrong and instantly like, oh no, oh no, oh no, I failed, etc. It's about looking at the situation. It's about looking at what can I do here? You know, how can I solve this? How can I fix this? What's the best outcome for myself and my body? It's not about wallowing and getting angry at yourself or getting sad or disappointed at yourself. It's, again, looking at yourselves through the eyes of a child and applying those principles. And just remember, everyone's human, because they absolutely are, and people make mistakes. And some of the best things in my life that have happened have come from plans that have gone a different way. So it's all about going down that river on a boat. Sometimes you'll hit the banks. That's going to happen. Just don't get stuck in the weeds. Keep on going. Find a way. Find a path. With that, guys, as always, you guys are amazing. Your words of encouragement, your donations, you keep me going on this trip, and I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, I'm gonna go and sleep for 1,000 hours, but yeah, peace and love.